Hello, Leo, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do is to go in and just get you your reading, and basically, this is a year-end reading, Leos. And I'm going to cover a variety of areas, not to just limit this to romance. I'm going to basically cover whatever issue surfaces here in your gypsy reading. Okay, I like to first start off by just welcoming any new viewers and or subscribers to my channel. I certainly appreciate your subscription. And to you veteran Leos, welcome back. Okay, so what my focus is going to be here tonight is that I'm going to start off with just examining those romance oracle cards there. Just to just give you first a general impression of what I'm kind of feeling that you've been experiencing or that you will experience. And then we'll move right along into your gypsy reading to see what other information we can glean from this reading. Okay? So, Leo, rest assured that this reading is not going to resonate for all you Leos out there. Okay? So, why don't you just go with what resonates and let the rest fly? Okay? So, let's go on and get started here. All right? So, I'm going to just look at these cards here, as I said first. And I'm kind of seeing here that with looking at this compassion energy there about you are loved unconditionally, I'm feeling that many of you have really gone through a very tumultuous experience, as it relates to your romantic arena, as well as some conflict that I'm seeing that you guys may have experienced with regard to work here. Okay? So this God is here. This energy is letting you know that she knows what you've gone through and she wants you to release all of your fears and worries and know that despite your challenges, you are, in fact, loved unconditionally. Okay? She wants you to continue to reflect on things. You're actually going through a more of a karmic type cycle here where you're learning important lessons. Okay? So you're actually going through a healing transformation. All right? And it seems that with your romantic situation, or it can actually pour into all areas of your life here, it seems that perhaps you guys are rushing a bit too much here because you have this sleep oracle there, and that card tells you that it might be time that you kind of take some time off and just slow down, stop worrying about things. All right? And it also shows here that some of you are constantly worrying about things that may have occurred to you in the past hurts, that, they're no longer serving you in this moment here. And this goddess of awakening asks you to try to live more in the moment. Okay? And by doing so, you can let your beauty radiate out. Love your body, ladies and gentlemen, because it's really time that you restore balance here. Okay? And that goddess is telling you that she's nurturing you, she's holding you, she's helping you restore the harmony that you're seeking here. And since that card is there, there's a very strong possibility that harmony is going to be restored in your romantic situation, despite whatever challenges that you may have been gone through. Okay? But you have to try to forgive and let go of the past, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm seeing here connected in your cards. And this divine of generosity, she wants you to let go and let things be, let God. Okay? So now let's go on and just move right along into your gypsy reading here. Okay? You guys really didn't get as many pictures as your counterpart, but nevertheless, you did receive a lot of, a few pictures. Okay? And a lot of them up here. It seems to be a very good reading that I'm seeing here for you guys. Okay? And usually when I do these Leo's readings, they tend to be very upsetting. I'm usually seeing in my reads here. So I'm going to start off by just making a few general observations of kind of what I'm seeing or who I'm seeing that's going to be entering your energy field. And I'm going to try to explain them to you. So, Spirit, please show me this person. I'm seeing a very attractive person, someone that's very attractive, but they appear to be very dangerous too. I see very exotic features, but they seem to be somewhat narcissistic in their approach. Okay. I'm also seeing connected to is a very distant or cold or stubborn or lonely type person. I'm seeing a thin type frame for some of you. Okay. I'm seeing someone very talkative, very smart, someone that's very gossipy, very articulate. And I'm seeing this person as being heavier set. Um, I'm seeing a balding type person. It could be a male that um, hair is balding, or it also could be a woman as well. Okay. I'm also seeing that your ex too that seems to be entering in your energy field, and I'm feeling that I'm getting a sense of a trickster type energy, or someone who has a Machiavellianistic type approach. Okay, someone who's very street smart, someone that's very negative and miserable. I'm feeling, and someone who seems to have a lot of secrets and or a skeleton in his or her closet here. Okay, I'm picking up mostly in terms of energy here that I'm seeing here. I'm getting a lot of fire, earth, and air energy specifically. Okay, I'm also seeing someone that's very serious minded, very dependable. I'm also feeling that someone seems to be very overwhelmed by life and its circumstances. I feel, and I'm seeing a shorter person for some of you with this. Okay, so let's go on and just get into the symbols, and let me go on and explain, this reading first, so that you're understanding, how I derive at my messages here. Is that with this gypsy reading, there are only 25 cards in the deck. Okay, so the pictures that formulate from those 25 cards, interpretations vary. There are 4 different interpretations that can be applied to how, depending on how the card or the picture falls here. So it's so much more than just how the tarot is with just the upright and reverse here. All right. And since there are only 4 positions, as you get closer to 4, your interpretations weaken here. Okay. So usually the first 2 positions are usually better than the last 2. Okay. So let's go on and get started with looking at your first picture. Okay, we have a very good picture that appeared first here. We have the ring. All right, so this is certainly a picture that many of you would want to see when it comes to, you know, your romantic type situation here. So, of course, as you would imagine, this card is all about relationships. It's all about unions. It's all about commitments, even marriage, you know? So I feel that, again, just to further, echo the messages that I've kind of said there with those cards, other oracle cards, is that I feel a relationship deepening, for you, those of you, even possibility of some of you, even getting married here, or even in fact deepening a relationship that may have gone sour. All right. And particularly for you singles, I certainly see you meeting someone new, or just anybody just looking for someone new. There's a strong possibility that they will appear. And it could be most of those energies that I've already explained to you in the reading. All right. I'm seeing here that one heart is certainly going to beat as one here. You guys have a very good romance reading here, okay? So despite your challenges, that's why that compassion oracle angel is there. She's telling you that she's holding you unconditionally. All right. Now you do have this troubling card here. You have the fox, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So with the fox, I'm sorry, the ring is in position 1, so that's why that's so good there. And then with the fox here, that falls in position 4. So the fox is all about deception, manipulation. So it looks like that with this card, you guys seem to be too overly trusting of people. You call people your friends and things a bit too quickly, because they aren't who you may think they are. And this could you kind of extend not only to various romantic type situations, but usually friendships and co-workers and all of those types of things. Okay, so it looks like that there's someone around you that appears to be very untrustworthy. Okay, so now you can understand some of the observations that I cited, from the onset. And as I said, it could go into all areas of your life or several areas. So what I like to do is let's try to unmask who this person might be, all right? So there are 200 letters here. I'm going to go on and just select 20 letters out of this bag to help you determine who this person might be. Who this person around whom you might need to be a bit more vigilant. Okay, hold on, let's see. All right, so Spirit, give me the initials of the person that Leo needs to know about, okay? All right. We have a C, an I, a V, an A, a U, an R, an E, an N, another N. We have an I. All right. 10 more letters. We have an R. We have a T, an O, an A, another T. Okay, we have an E, W, R, R, and we have an L. All right, so let me call those back to you to make sure that you you have them all. Excuse me. We have 4 R's. There are 2 E's, 2 T's, 2 I's, a V, an O, U, W, 2 A's, an L, a C, and 2 N's, ladies and gentlemen. So those are letters that you could try to see in range to see if someone around you kind of, it could either spell their first, middle, or last name or nickname, or at least almost spell it to give you some clues of, the person that you might want to be a bit more vigilant when you're kind of around them here. All right. So let's move on to your, just to look at and wrap up your gypsy reading here and look at the other pictures that you have here. Okay. You also have the hearse, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So this card falls in the second position. So I feel that it seems that it looks like it's more of a temporary loss or condition. And I feel that some of you seems you're going to be kind of vacillating quite a bit, about things that have occurred in your life. And I feel, how things are kind of occurring. And you're going to feel helpless or kind of off sync. And I feel that the reason why you're feeling this way, because for some of you, there may have been a death or possibly a separation or a loss of some sort. Since I see it looks like this ex is kind of returning back to you. It seems that you endured, all right? And I feel that this hearse is not necessarily negative, saying that you're going to die or anything. And so don't think that. But this is more so telling you to really change how you view your situation and, ask what kind of figure out what you learned from it, and kind of stop, you know, beating yourself over the head, for things that may have happened, because everything happens for a reason here. All right. So now let's look at your last card that you have here to just give you more of a summary of other things that might be kind of coming up to you for you. Okay. We have money. Actually, I'm going to start with the bouquet. Okay. We have the bouquet. So with the bouquet, that symbol is all about pleasure and happiness. So again, despite your challenges, ladies and gentlemen, success and good fortune are on the way. All right. And then you have the money. All right. That money symbol. So it certainly shows, it seems like some of you are about to come into some money. It looks like either a tax refund or a bonus or some type of settlement from a legal debacle, I'm kind of getting. All right. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you have the letter. All right. So I'm seeing, like I said, more of a slim type person. So I'm seeing that you're going to receive some type of happy news from afar. It could be an email, a text, or it could be this ex sending you something who's trying to re-enter your life here. All right. But again, I just want to further emphasize to you, because you have the mountains there as well, to further emphasize that there is some type of an enemy of some sort that seems to be lurking. Someone that you're seeing as if they or he or she is a friend, but they're really not. So please make sure that you examine those letters, as I've already, kind of gone through with you guys and shared, to see if it's someone in your life that, might fit that. All right. So let me get, and also I wanted to kind of help you kind of take a, step back too, because I realize that many of you have experienced a lot of loss. And understand that, your grief is certainly unique, because I feel that, your loss really reflects a unique love you experience, ladies and gentlemen. And no one knows your exact grief. They really don't. Because no one but you felt your exact love. So remember that love today for you and only you. Remember to start trying to do that, because that really will help. Also, understand that your grief is definitely real, because the love was real. So do not doubt your grief. And try not to, let it be minimized, because you feel that the intensity of the grief is there because of the intensity of the love. All right? So, this is what I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly hope that this reading has offered, food for thought for you. And I'm going to just go on and just give you a few more messages here, to just messages that you might want to consider, okay, in terms of letting go, in terms of surrendering here. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so surrender to miracles, ladies and gentlemen. Try to be open to miracles occurring in your life, and feel and know that these events are in fact going to be real. And try to let go of any resistance and banish any doubt, that miracles could in fact happen. Surrender to effortlessness. Stop kind of pushing yourself hard. You see how that goddess here tells you that it might be time for you to slow down a bit. Because the art of living means kind of going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Okay? Surrender, ladies and gentlemen, to receiving support and love. Try to allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to kind of handle everything yourself. Because this certainly can kind of take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, which is certainly the most important, surrender to play. Again, take a time out to break from overthinking a goal. do something fun. Again, slow down, restore your balance, live in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Because play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation, okay? So, this is what I have for you. I certainly like to hear your comments, okay? Be sure to like and share, subscribe, and if you need a more personal reading, please contact me at will.brown@wetconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your evening.